Welcome back to Going Geek, everybody. So earlier today, I got a little ahead of myself. I was a little excited. We just found out Rosario Dawson was allegedly casted as Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian Season 2. And originally, I was only going to do one video today. I was only going to do a video on the new episode of Clone Wars that came out today. But since the Ahsoka news dropped, I had to cover that. So we had to hit that first. But now we're here. Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 5, titled Gone with a Trace. We see the return of Ahsoka Tano to Star Wars The Clone Wars. And man, let me tell you something, like seeing her back on the screen was just, it was such a good moment, you know what I'm saying? Like it was really cool because they aged her a little bit more than she was in the original series, but you could still see the contrast between Ahsoka Tano from the first Clone Wars, or the original Clone Wars series, to Ahsoka Tano in Rebels. And where she fits right now in this middle period and how she's grown up, but she's still young and still, I don't even know how old she is at this point. She seems like she's like maybe high school age, maybe a little older. But in this show, we get introduced to her return, and we get introduced to Trace and Rafa Martez. Now, these two characters are interesting because they're on the posters for all the Clone Wars stuff. Obviously, this is all part of Ahsoka's arc that's going to lead into her going to Mandalore and fighting Darth Maul. So I'm interested to see where these two characters take place because they're kind of like, one of them's a mechanic. Trace is like a mechanic who builds ships and fixes ships, which is how her and Ahsoka met. And then her older sister is kind of like a scammer. You know what I'm saying? Like in the episode, we see her sister kind of get her these droids to fix, and then, you know, it's one of those filler episodes where it's like, okay, it's semi-important to the plot. Like, these people are going to be important in the next couple episodes, but right now it's just, we're just introducing them, and that was cool. I guess I wanted a little more from Ahsoka. I wanted to see, you know, more of an arc. I'm ready for the Darth Maul arc. I'm ready for the clones. I'm ready for it to run adjacent to episode 3, but I digress. Before I get to that, I still like this episode for what it's worth. I like the character of Trace. I think it's cool how they're trying to incorporate newer characters into the Star Wars canon. And, you know, you never know where these characters are going to appear down the line, because like Saw Gerrera appeared in Clone Wars early, and now Saw Gerrera has been in video games. He was in Jedi Fallen Order. He was in Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One. Like, Saw Gerrera has been in the canon for some period of time now, so you never know if these two girls are gonna appear later on, if there'll be like a short or a show about them one day. So it could be cool if they come back. I like their characters so far. I don't know much about them. We didn't get really too big of a backstory, and the episode just kind of ended, and it was like, all right, it is what it is, and then that was it. But what I did want to address with this episode and where the show is going now is, there was a thing that was released online not too long ago where basically talks about, I guess Ahsoka gets into some trouble at some point down the line. Spoilers here, if you don't want to watch, click off the video. She gets into trouble somewhere down the line, and then Obi-Wan and Anakin basically have to decide if they want to go help Ahsoka fight Maul or go save Chancellor Palpatine. So that's when the show is going to start running alongside episode 3, and I think that's when the show is going to become like, reach its full potential, because the first arc with the Bad Batch was like amazing. You know, those episodes were previously released online anyway in some capacity, in like their pre-CGI fully rendered form, and that was really cool. But the Bad Batch arc was still fantastic, you know what I'm saying? Every episode I feel like was something really dope and really new, and kind of it all brought something to the table. But with the Ahsoka episode, I was just kind of whelmed by it. It was cool. Like I said, I enjoyed the setup of the characters, but what I really want us, you know, with these animated shows, it's hard to get to the point. You know, like, let's get to the point. Like, let's get to the Darth Maul stuff. And I understand that there's a setup, and, you know, I'm interested to see where Trace and her sister fit in this story down the line and all that. But I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, overall, I give it like a 7 out of 10. I thought it was a good episode. It could have been better, and there could have been more action, and we could have, you know, I really would have liked to see more of Ahsoka kind of battling herself inside, you know, between like the side that wants to be a Jedi and the side that hates the Jedi Order now. So, but let me know if you saw what you thought about the episode. I'm going to do one of these every Friday. So every Friday we'll have a new episode review, and we'll be able to talk about it, chat about it, and we'll have a good time. All right. Let me know what you think, and don't forget, follow at GoingGeek_ on Instagram. We're posting updates there every single day, of entertainment news, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? Anything comic book related, movie related, it's going to be on there. And don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and see you next time. Going Geek.